You can't do this.
It's as good as done, pal.
But all that oil.
It's gonna stay right in the ground where it belongs.
We're capping the wells, Ty, and that is that.
Think of the money. I mean, we're passing up on thousands, millions. I mean...
Look at this smile. It's worth every nickel. Because your sister here taught me that the real fortune is love, and I would give up anything for that.
No.
Ty, someday, if this angel of a girlfriend works out for you, you're gonna understand.
Here we are.
I already know what love's all about.
Love. Monica Love. I'm the owner of the Archway Bookstore in Dallas, Texas. And I can't tell you, we have so many of the Vandenberg Press books on our shelves. Oh, they're very popular. Yes, as a matter of fact, we've had a great many inquiries about your latest book coming out. Oh, what is it called? Lord of the Banner, yes. Well, people are wondering when Sloan Carpenter's book's going to be out. That soon. Hi, honey. What are you doing here?
Mother, you all right? You look awful.
No, I'm fine. Why?
No, you look pale. Mom, are you taking a new homeopathic medicine?
No, I'm not. But you know, honey, you're the one that looks pale.
No, I feel fine.
No, I'm sorry to dispute you, but your complexion is positively pasty. Now, you have got to stop pushing yourself so hard, and that's why I think you ought to go on a really long, nice, restful vacation right away.
Thank you very much.
Mom, if you're too rushed,
No. You said it was very urgent that I come here. I'm here. What's up?
Our spirits, owing to your excellent work in court yesterday, you are to be commended, Miss Cannon. Isn't that right, Todd?
Yeah, you were great.
Well, I'm just doing the best that I can.
Boy, you certainly stripped away the veneer of respectability from that liar, Marty Saybrook. Good job. And now it's our turn to tell our side of the story and prove we're innocent. Come on, Todd.
our side.
Yes, well, Mr. Menning is big on team sports.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about, your team. Todd's dad says it's time to prove their innocence. But are you 100% sure they are innocent?
Ken?
I know you're probably getting ready for court, but I just wanted to come over and talk to you for a minute.
That's all right. Come in. Are you okay?
That's what I was going to ask you. You took a pounding from Nora on the stand yesterday. Look, Marty, I know you already told me what really happened that night, but when you described it with all the sickening details, it really got to me how horrible it really was for you. What my fraternity brothers, my friends, what my friends did to you, so let me help you, Marty.
Help me?
I just want you to know that I'm gonna do everything I can, all right, to make sure that these three animals get put exactly where they belong, and that's behind bars.
I don't think there's anything you can do to put those guys in jail.
Well, there's gotta be something.
Yeah, well, you've already done that. You've already helped me.
How?
By believing in me. By coming here, by caring.
That is the least I can do, Marty.
Well, it's more than you can ask of most people. Especially coming from a lupus-ridden pathological liar like me.
things didn't exactly go your way yesterday.
Well, let's call it a total disaster. Maybe not total. Some of what I said might have gotten through to the jury. I mean, I know it got through to at least one person who heard me.
Yeah, who?
Carol Swift. She came by here afterwards saying how sorry she was for what I went through, and talk about intense. Made me think that's how I must come off these days.
I saw her run out of court yesterday, and she was definitely upset.
One second.
Yeah.
Good morning. How you doing?
Fine, except for a shortage of vases. Thing is, every time you show up, you don't come here without flowers. That's one problem that I like. Back this way.
What are you doing here? Well, same as you. Just looking out for a friend. Swade, do you know anything about Carol Swift?
Nothing. Except that it took her a heck of a long time to step up and admit that she heard Marty screaming for help the night of the party. Why?
Do me a favor. Just tell Marty I had to leave, all right?
What bug just bit you?
Just a hunch I want to check out. Might help Marty's case.
Well, let me go with you.
No, that's all right. Hey, see the way Marty looked at you when you walked in? You help her best just by being with her. And with Nora Gannon hammering away at her in court, she's gonna need you with her every step of the way. I'll see you later.
You insisted I meet you here so that you could ask me that?
I'm only asking because Marty's testimony was so moving.
Rape is a very emotional issue.
Well, didn't she make you feel any emotion at all?
Yes, Rachel. I was very disturbed by it, but I wasn't swayed by it. Rachel, your emotion is obscuring two very crucial points. One, Marty is an inveterate liar. And two, you despise Todd and his friends under the best of circumstances.
I don't despise them.
Rachel, you called them racist, sexist pigs. Look, I'm not particularly fond of them either, but that doesn't make them rapists.
Look, since when did you become such a staunch defender of sleazeballs?
Like it or not, Rachel Gannon, being a sleazeball does not mean that you're guilty of a crime.
I think Marty's telling the truth. Why can't you even consider the possibility?
Don't you go lecturing me, young lady. You're sounding just like your father, and I wouldn't put up with it from him, and I'm not going to put up with it from you. Not at this particular moment.
It's perfect.
Just how I like things. I just remembered. I left my bag in the lobby.
To Al, from your special friend, Alex Oltl. To CJ, from your special friend.
When it comes right down to it, well, don't you agree, Asa?
What are you up to, Alex? Why the presents for CJ and Al Holden?
Those boys have been through a terrible ordeal. I was just trying to do something nice for them. Is that so hard to believe? I'm full of all kinds of generous impulses.
I know what you're full of. So save your cock and bull for somebody else. I ain't buying it.
Why else would I buy presents for two recently rescued little boys?
Because you're feeling guilty, they had to be rescued. You scared those two kids to death. You caused that horrible ordeal in the first place.
people say eating right means settling for less flavor.
I say bologna.
Well, like healthy choice Cold Cuts. We love them. Sure, they have less fat and salt, but I think that lets more flavor come through. The seasonings they use in the bologna, the honey and the honey ham, it's delicious. Takes the ham and dips it in the mustard and eats it. It's gonna get eaten. It's not just gonna sit in my refrigerator. With healthy choice, I get the nutrition and I get the taste, yeah.
They tiptoe into your heart until you care so much. You want only the best for them every day. Sheba. Freshly served.
I've been accused of a lot of things in my day, but even I draw the line at frightening poor little boys.
I hope for your sake you're telling the truth, but I doubt it.
Al slept for 15 hours, Renee. After breakfast, he
Excuse
wanted
me.
a nap.
Nothing's worse than tepid jacuzzi water.
Max, I think I have some news for you.
About Cord?
In a way, Cord still doesn't remember a thing about the last year and a half. But see, none of that would have happened if somebody hadn't scared little Al into dropping those cherry bombs in that crevice and falling in with CJ.
And that somebody is standing right in front of you.
Max, darling, you cannot blame yourself for this.
Renee, if it weren't for me and my greed, nothing would have happened to those boys, and Cord wouldn't be laying in a hospital missing a year of his life.
How do you figure that, Max?
Al's got an imagination like an amusement park. It got all fired up when he heard Luna and me arguing over the oil wells.
I am just as much to blame as you are. I'm the one that started talking about the spirits from the earth.
But I insisted on sinking those wells, and odds are the drilling is what caused that crevice to open up. So we are capping the wells.
You are doing the right thing, Max. You're wrong in blaming yourself. You told me little Al was spooked by all the strange happenings around here, not your arguments with Luna.
Are you saying that you think there really was an evil force behind this?
There is an evil force, all right. And I'm pretty sure it's got a name. Alex Hesse.
Mother, why are you so keen on getting me out of town?
Because otherwise it might be too late.
What?
Well, honey, once the baby arrives, you and Andrew aren't going to be just a couple anymore. I think that you ought to go away on a nice, long, restful vacation while you've still got the chance. So, here is your passport.
Mother, Andrew and I could buy a small country with this, let alone visit one. No, it's very generous of you, but I can't accept it, and I am not going to leave town right now. I can't.
Now, why not?
Because Andrew and I will not abandon Marty midstream in her trial, and besides, I want to get ready for a baby here, where I'm going to live, all right? Now, relax. We're fine. Hi, Jason, I'm on my way to the courthouse. Are you going to be there later?
Well, you can count on.
Good, good. All right, bye, Mom. And don't worry.
Well, well, well. You really do want Cassie out of town, don't you? But my guess is it's because of the book and not the baby. Am I right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, Dorian. There's something in General Carpenter's book that has scared the daylight out of you because you think Cassie is going to flip out when she sees it. Now, either you tell me what that is, or I'm the one that's going to be leaving. You look beautiful.
This is a vase full of cucumbers.
Hey, you listen to me. What those clowns are saying about you in that courtroom today, it's nothing but a bunch of lies. And you're going to make it through this because so many people believe in you. I mean, even Kevin Buchanan wants to lend a hand now.
I know, pretty amazing, huh?
No. What is amazing is that you don't think you're beautiful. Now, that can only mean one thing to me, that you can't see yourself very clearly right now. So how about letting me and the rest of your friends be your mirror for you? Look at me. Now, can't you tell by the way I'm looking at you that you really are beautiful? Oh my God, she's smiling.
Okay. Now I really can go to the courthouse.
Let's do it.
Mom, I'm not trying to upset you before you go to court. And
No,
I don't want to hurt your case.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap. I'm sorry. I'm just under so much pressure.
You mean with Beau away?
Well, I miss him. I miss him.
Have you heard from him?
Yes. He sent me this express mail. Came with complete instructions to open it just before the trial. Maybe it'll calm me down.
Or just remind you of how much you miss him.
We haven't been apart since since we've been together. And speaking of men who have a great deal of effect on Gannon women, have you spoken to your father?
No way. I can't even think about, let alone do it.
Honey, he feels so badly about what he did to you on the stand.
Yeah. But you know, it's weird. After I heard Marty's testimony, it was like a flash went off, and I understood why he has to win this case.
Then why don't you call him? Oh, open the communications. Do it now.
I can't. Not yet.
Soon.
Soon.
World's greatest lawyer. From the world's best guy.
Tall in the eyes, Nora. When the trial starts up again tomorrow, look at Marty. Really look at her. You'll see she's telling the truth about your clients.
It was big.
Huge, large, astronomically big.
Pizza Hut! Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. 2 square feet of pizza delivered for just $10.99. It's a legendary value. Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. The biggest pizza you can get delivered.
Upper back pain, lower back pain, neck pain. There are all kinds of back pain. Extra Strength Dones relieves them all with an ingredient these brands don't have. Relieve back pain with Dones, the back specialist.
In the race for a better diaper, Huggies has taken a commanding lead.
Zen, you know what I'd really like?
Whisper in my ear.
I'd like you to meet my family.
Right now, I just got comfy.
There you go again. Every time I bring it up, you dance around the idea.
I'm not avoiding it. I'm just postponing it.
What, until you like me better?
If I liked you any better, we'd be doing more than sharing a jacuzzi.
Then, what's the problem here?
I have different priorities right now, darling. Domesticity isn't one of them. I mean, as you know, I want to open my nightclub. My nightclub's a priority for me. I have to do this, Ty, and until I do, all my other personal commitments or plans or anything, they have to be postponed. Do you understand that?
Well, it would be harder if you weren't so beautiful. But I guess it's all right as long as your dreams don't include any other men.
anybody could put the pieces together. But I did. And I'm telling you, Alex Hesse has little Al and CJ scared to death of ghosts.
I'm not saying that Alex wouldn't stop at anything to get what she wants. But what could she want with us? Nothing. I mean, she's got no involvement with Serenity Springs.
And how would she even know Al was scared of ghosts?
That part of the puzzle I don't have.
Asa, how did Alex become the main ingredient of your idea?
Because she knew how badly I wanted to get my hands on the oil rights to their land. And somehow she found out little Al was very worried about those spirits.
What does one thing have to do with the other?
Nothing. Unless you're Alex Hesse, who specializes in big plans from little pieces.
Her plans being?
She wanted to get those kids so crazy scared that you'd sell a property clear out, all for my sake.
Wait a minute. Are you suggesting that Alex purposely haunted the house, caused an incredible disaster that almost killed 2 kids and hurt Cord just to see you smile?
Oh, please.
Think about it. Carlo Hesse is dead. Kane is with Tina. Alex is on the prowl. She went after Bo once. Now she wants to move up to a bigger and better Buchanan.
Hey. Marty, sweetie,
Hey.
morning. How you guys doing?
Well, so far so good. Of course, we are still in the hallway.
Yeah, well, you know, anything can happen in there.
Well, what do you think we can expect?
Well, you know, Nora, she's going to keep firing away, trying to destroy Marty's credibility. Nora's not the only one who can pressure witnesses. When Diane Rakin and I get those 3 guys on the stand, well, you watch their stories fall apart. Todd Manning, on the other hand, is going to be the toughest one to shake, rattle, and roll. But don't worry about him. We'll get to him.
Oh, no, not now.
Is that your beeper?
Yes. It's a phone call I've got to return right now. Listen, if you take the stand before I get back, don't let that DA or his girl Friday push you around, all right? Stand up to them. Remember, you're a Manning.
Gentlemen, the ball is in our court. It's our game to win or lose. We're not going to lose, okay?
What's so important that you had to meet me right away?
Have a seat. Please. Would you like some coffee?
Just get to the point.
Okay. You know, I have a lot of respect for the way you came forward and gave your testimony about what you heard that night at KAD.
You could have told me that on the phone.
True. But some things have more of an impact when you're right there in the room with them. Like Marty's testimony, for instance.
What are you talking about?
What Marty said yesterday, it obviously hit you pretty hard. I mean, you ran out of the courtroom.
What do you want?
To help Marty. Just like you do. Carol, is there anything that you can tell me?
No. You heard my testimony. I told the court what I know. There's nothing more.
Wait. I think there is.
Get out of my way.
You ran out of the court yesterday, and now you want to run out of here. Why? What are you running from?
Only good. Look, just back off, will you? You're not my lawyer. You're not my friend, and I sure don't have to answer your questions.
Look, you know something that can help Marty.
Even if I did, I wouldn't talk to you about it.
Why not?
Because I don't trust you. Or aren't you smart enough to pick up on that?
You don't even know me.
I know you're a fraternity brother of Todd and the other two. And frat boys stick together, and that's all I need to know.
Look, they are no brothers of mine, all right? Not anymore.
Yeah, that's what you say. How can I be sure that you won't take whatever I say and run to your good buddy Todd with it?
I just told you he isn't... It's the second time you have mentioned Todd. You haven't said anything about Zach or Powell. Why do you keep bringing up Todd?
Look, just leave me alone, and don't call me again.
Having treated Marty Saybrook's lupus for many years now, you are quite familiar with this case, yes?
I am her doctor, yes.
And as you've already testified, lupus can be responsible for mental disorientation, delusions even.
Yes?
So tell me, Doctor, when Marty Saybrook, in the midst of a lupus flare-up, insists that she was sexually assaulted, can you be absolutely sure that her claim isn't the result of one of her delusions?
I cannot be absolutely sure, but I am...
So given Marty's medical condition, this alleged rape could be nothing more than a figment of her imagination.
Objection, Your Honor. That is totally inflammatory.
Sustained. Please, rephrase the question, Miss Gary.
Yes, Your Honor. Dr. Wallach, is it possible, in Marty Saybrook's disoriented, confused condition, that she combined a series of events about people she knew and places that she'd been into one single event that never really happened?
Yes, I would have to say it's possible.
Thank you, Doctor. Your witness.
Bingo. Marty's own doctor thinks she's a nut job.
I know, right? Doctor, you've testified that there are many symptoms of lupus. Take, for instance, paranoia. Now, the defense would have us believe that Marty Saybrook was paranoid on the night in question, owing to the onset of her lupus. But now, isn't it true that that particular symptom is relatively rare in lupus sufferers if there isn't any damage to the central nervous system?
You've done your homework.
Objection.
Just answer the question, Doctor.
What you say is true. But Marty Saybrook has no central nervous system damage.
That's correct.
Then there's no reason for us to assume that she was suffering from paranoia caused by her lupus.
No, there isn't.
Thank you, Doctor.
Dr. Wallach, Marty Saybrook has already testified that she consumed 6 to 10 alcoholic beverages the night of the spring fling. Can alcohol affect the central nervous system?
Yes.
Can it trigger symptoms that normally are not found in lupus patients that don't have actual damage to their nervous system?
Alcohol can cause unusual symptoms, yes.
So it is possible that Marty Saybrook was delusional that night, isn't it? Doctor?
Yes, it's possible.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Very well. This court stands in recess for 10 minutes.
All rise.
Now, you know, we got nothing together if you can't be honest with me. So for the last time, will you please tell me what is in General Carpenter's book that's making you so nuts? And don't give me this junk about you marrying Victor Lord for his money.
But that's exactly
I
what
don't think so. We've been down that road. That's a dead end, that road. There's something much heavier in that book than this. Am I right? Answer me, please.
All right. The answer is yes. Sloane Carpenter has revived the ugliest rumor about me that has ever existed. The rumor that I killed Victor Lord.
Did you kill him?
Hey, Jack, you sleeping?
Of course
I didn't kill Victor. How could you even think such a thing?
Oh, you relax. I'm just kidding you.
You're kidding me?
Yes.
I'm about to lose my mind over this, and you're joking? Stop it. I mean, thanks for the consideration.
Oh, I'm sorry, Duran. I mean, you may not be the easiest person to get along with. I don't see you as a killer.
Yeah? Well, I might be able to change your mind about that if I ever see Sloan again.
How did he, get this idea? How did he come up with this idea of his?
Oh. My guess is that some vicious gossip whispered it in his ear because Sloan is incapable of original thought.
So this is an idea that's been floating around for a while?
Yes. And I kind of hoped that it would just simply die away, but now General Carpenter has marched into town and given new life by putting it in his vicious little book, which, by the way, is coming out in a couple of weeks, so I'm really concerned about what's going to happen when Cassie reads it, which she's bound to. So, I mean, what happens if she takes it seriously?
Oh, come on, she wouldn't do that.
She might. She just might. You know, the only good thing about my getting cancer is it's made me realize what's really important in my life. And my bond with Cassie is one of the most important things to me. And I just don't know what I would do if something happened to that. I'm not going to let it. Nothing.
Well, now, you may not have a choice. I mean, if this book is going to come out, sooner or later, Cassie's going to find out what's in it. Tell her about it yourself. But you better do it now before somebody else does.
Rachel. Hey, is Carol Swift in there?
I haven't seen her. Why? And why are you so out of breath?
I'm onto something that I think might help Marty.
Yeah, what?
Well, I don't know what, but I know where, and it's locked up inside Carol, except she won't talk to me.
Well, too bad you're not someone else.
You are a beautiful genius. Bye.
Asa, I'm not easily surprised by things in this world, but I am amazed that Alex has you on her short list of hunks.
Oh, don't worry. Renee, I'm not interested in Alex. But she does have a way of filling out a dress that just pops your eyes. I'm still holding out for you.
Oh, darling, thank you so much. But I have to say something that's going to be insulting, no matter how I say it, so I'll just say it. Is it possible that she's more taken with your fortune than your face?
Excellent question.
Ye of so little faith.
Well, how has she shown that she's so gaga over you? Has she sent you bouquets of flowers or perhaps invited you to candlelit suppers?
No. Actually, she just asked for my help.
Huh. To the tune of?
$300 grand.
$300,000?
Yep. Alone.
I don't think that was stars that you saw in Alex's eyes. I think it was dollar signs.
Yeah, Asa, listen, as wacko as Alex can be, I just can't see her scaring the daylights out of a couple boys just to butter you up for a loan.
Well, 300 grand's a lot of butter.
That's true. Did Alex say what she wanted the money for?
Well, she's got this cockamamie pipe dream about opening a nightclub.
What?
Okay, don't believe me if you don't want to. That's your problem. I'm here to tell you all I can tell you because I'm leaving town to go visit my son, Clint. Alex Hesse is now your business.
Asa, you're not going to stir up the pot a little? Darling, how refreshing. I'll come and see Al tomorrow.
Good.
Okay.
I love it.
See you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Max, I'm going to head on over to the trial. Did Marty a lot of good to have me there yesterday, so I figured I'd give her a double dose.
Okay.
Is Asa here?
No, he's gone, along with his flaky ideas. I mean, can you imagine Alex plotting against us just to get Asa to bankroll her nightclub? Nightclub? Oh, no.
Well, Zan has this dream.
Zan.
It's short for Alexandra, but don't you think Zan's kind of cute? It's got a little brain to it.
Back to the $5,000, Ty. Zan wants us to fulfill her dream. What would that dream be? Does she want to put herself through college? Med school? Law school?
It's much bigger than that, Max. Zan wants to open a nightclub.
Oh, no, it couldn't be.
What?
You got a hold on me.
Presenting the Gillette Sensor for Women.
Luna, I just had the most incredible thought. What if Ty's angel girlfriend is Alex?
What?
And what if she knew Al was so scared of ghosts from hanging around here all the time?
Honey, I think you were under the water a little bit too long yesterday.
Luna, it could have happened. I mean, all the Ghostbuster signs hanging around here, the garlic, and Ty is not exactly the most tight-lipped guy in the world.
Are you serious?
Look, if Alex knew Al was scared of ghosts, she could have rigged all the spook house stuff that happened around here with her eye on driving us off this property. Thus, Asa would be so happy he'd give her the money she wanted so that she could open her club. What do you think?
I think it's an incredible idea. Incredibly horrible. Oh, my goddess. I am so glad his girlfriend's name is Zan or Zany or something like that.
Aha! Just the guy I wanted to see. Ty, what did you say your girlfriend's name was?
Zan. Short for Alexandra Oltl. That's her. This is the sweet angel I've been dying for you to meet.
Jason.
What are you doing here?
I just need to talk to you for a minute. Do you have a minute?
No, not really.
Well, you're going down to the courthouse, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to you. I saw you talking to Carol Swift yesterday in the courtroom.
Yeah, I was thinking if we're going to bat for Marty.
Well, I don't think she swung as hard as she could have.
What are you getting at, Kevin?
I think she's holding back. Something about Todd. And I know it can help Marty's case, but she won't tell me. She might tell you. You seemed pretty chummy yesterday.
Why are you doing this?
For the same reason you're going to the courtroom. I want to make sure Marty gets justice, and so do you.
You don't know what I want.
No, I do, Jason. And for once, we want the same thing. So what do you say?
Mr. Biddlecombe, you've already testified that the party, the night of the spring fling party, was, and I quote, absurdly loud. At one point, you went upstairs, didn't you?
Yes, at precisely 9:16, I went up to my room to get a textbook, which I highly recommend, Modern Biophysics.
Fascinating. Could you please tell the court what the noise level was like upstairs?
Well, I specifically remember dropping the book in the hallway and not being able to hear it hit the floor.
If that was the case, don't you think it would be impossible or difficult for Carol Swift in the same hallway to hear Marty Saybrook screaming for help from behind a closed door?
I think it would have been impossible.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Gannon?
Mr. Biddlecombe, you seem to take pride in your ability to recall things in great detail.
Well, I have the innate ability to remember everything I see and hear.
Oh. Do you remember the lead article from today's issue of the Banner?
Shunning the mandate given in by Pennsylvania voters in the last election, Senator...
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Biddlecombe. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
With such ability, you no doubt remember an argument that Todd Manning had with Miss Saybrook over an inflatable doll the night of the party.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you remember what he said moments later when he tried to dance with Miss Saybrook and she refused?
He said, "Where do you get off acting like you're the center of the universe? You're no better than anyone else. In fact, you're nothing but a snotty, stuck-up slut."
Mr. Biddlecombe, were there any other incidents of hostility from Mr. Manning towards Miss Saybrook shown that night?
Well, apparently Todd blamed Marty for his failing a calculus exam. She coached him the night before the exam.
Do you remember seeing the defendants doing anything unusual or acting peculiar following the night of the party?
It's a nightmare. My feet are killing me. Look, we gotta find the sweatband, okay? You know, I still can't believe you don't remember where you chucked it. But give me a break, Zach. Ow! Milton, what are you doing creeping up on me?
Actually, I'm creeping up on eastern spotted newts for my summer biology course. What are you dudes looking for so intently?
What are we looking for? My Kappa Alpha ring. Yeah, I lost it out here after the party, and Zach here's helping me look for it.
Well, if you see any spotted newts, let me know.
Sure thing, Milton.
Ow. Well, I do remember seeing Zach and Powell in the woods one day. They were looking for something.
And what were they looking for?
Powell's fraternity ring. He said he lost it.
Thank you, Mr. Biddlecombe. No further questions.
You may step down.
Oh, sorry.
That wasn't too bad.
No, but Nora's just warming up. See the way she's tapping her teeth with the frames of her glasses?
Mm-hmm.
That means she's getting ready to go in for the jugular.
You ready?
You bet. Let's do it.
Miss Gannon, are you ready to call your next witness?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. The defense calls Todd Manning.
So, Dad, how's my salad?
Great.
Here, try some bacon.
Bacon?